Rise of Kingdoms has just released their future updates. We're going to go over some of the changes that they're making, and really see what they are going to change with the game. You're now able to switch civilization buffs individually. This is going to be someone who really likes the look of Japan, Germany, Egypt, some of those, but you really want the Ottoman or the France buffs. So that way you're able to have the buffs of what you want, but you said you look the way you want it to. Another thing is going to be alliance mobilization personal quests. So you're adding personal feature quests that grant higher points. You get 8 personal quest attempts. Your first person feature attempts each day is free. I am expecting that these are going to cost probably $4.99, but it's another way for them to get better rewards for alliance mobilization. I don't love it since alliance mobilization is already seen as a high spending event. Adding another level of a paywall is going to suck for a lot of players, especially if the rewards are going to be good. You're also able to have an army group. I don't know what this is going to create yet. We will have to see. Maybe, I guess you're really just creating a team of different players in your kingdom. We'll see how that really works. I don't know if this is a great feature. It could be for the early game. Once you get into SOC, I don't see this being amazing. I guess this part we'll have to wait till we see what happens. Queue management, you can check all your queue statuses all at once. Again, it's not something we really need in SOC. This is a great thing for early game when you're actually scouting, you're building everything. The only queue times I have to actually focus on right now are going to be training and materials. Other than that, I really don't care. And I don't need another queue just to see that. That's something I can look right at my screen and I say, okay, here's my healing. All right, 5 minutes left on that, 10 minutes left on my training. I don't need another queue for that. But for the early game, when you're upgrading to buildings, you now have 2 research tabs. This could be good to use. Clear commands boost coordination and combat efficiency. If they create an actual pathway of what you want your players to do, I think it is a great idea. The only issue I see is a lot of times plan changes just based on what the enemy's doing. So if it needs to be simple and easy to use at a moment's notice, something that you don't have to make sure it goes the correct way, or you should be able to draw a line. Yes, it says line, color. You can change everything there, but if you can't click and drag in a half circle to create a half circle, that's going to make it a little bit cumbersome during fights. But if you just click, hold, and trace where you want, perfect. I do like the idea of this because you're able to say, hey, this is our defensive line. In red, blue is going to be attack. I want builders to follow this yellow line. It gives a much broader idea than, hey, builders, follow this marker that's going X, Y, and Z. Arms training, you can now modify the activation sequence of lower skills before the training begins. I think this is a great quality of life event, great quality of life update. Just like with Golden Kingdom, where you now can skip battles, you can keep your lineup the same. You don't have to change it every single fight. This is just going to speed up the process with these events. I'm glad they are listening to people about that. There were a lot of events where I'm like, I really don't feel like doing this. It takes 20 minutes when it should take 5. Golden Kingdom used to take me about 45 minutes to an hour. I'm like, why doesn't this take me 20 minutes? With arms training, it was annoying where I had to constantly go back and forth between my game and a guide on which ones to do. And I don't remember them all the time because we don't have arms training that often. So now that we're able to actually set out the skills, it's going to take a ton of time less. Ark of Osiris. You'll now have a boss that spawns a battlefield. Defeating the boss grants points and rewards such as skill cooldown reduction. I think this is a great way to get out of the monotony that is Ark of Osiris. I know a lot of the ones I've been in, if you're doing well, you're just waiting for the game to end. If you're getting destroyed, you're waiting for the game to end. This adds another objective that could be there to change the pathway just a little bit. If you're getting skill reduction, that could be great. great for your team. You're getting that skill that's going to boost your garrison just a little bit quicker, or you're getting the march speed to get to the arc quicker. Whatever you can do to get an advantage, I think it's a great idea. And the only issue I see is if they're not contesting it. If they're both coming active at the same time, that could be an issue, because the red team could say, oh, well, we're going to go to the right one. Blue team says, well, we already see them at the right one, we're going to the left, and they both get the skill reduction. Now, if they're doing two different buffs, that's great. So that way you can say, oh, well, this one does skilled reduction, this one gives you a little bit more march speed. Well, we really need the march speed right now, so let's go for that. And you can end up having some really good condensed fights in those areas. Very similar to how when the arc opens, you're getting better fights in that area. This is just one of the examples that they have for the skills. They're basically saying, hey, you're fighting until the last surviving side claims the rewards, and then it reduces the cooldown of all battlefield skills by 300 seconds. That could be great. That really could boost what you're waiting on if you needed march speed. Please tell me what you guys think of these updates. I do think some of them are a good quality of life. Some of them I think are better for the early game, which I haven't experienced in a long time. Overall, I do think these are nice updates. Please let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys later. Bye.